Welcome to the Ripple Effects, where one story creates waves of connection, laughter, understanding, and change. Come on, you guys are not serious. You know what hurts the most? We share the real, raw, and incredible stories that spark meaningful conversations. The Ripple Effect, where stories create waves. So our today's episode has been proudly sponsored by your boyfriend. Sit tight, relax, and enjoy. So today I want us to talk about a topic that has become a very common practice among the young generation, particularly in ladies. And nimesema as I began, this episode is proudly sponsored by your boyfriend. So chill. But before you even continue, allow me to just give a shout out to a couple of you who have been so much supportive to this podcast, Clifford Opatu, Alex Maina, Maximiliano Elisha, Jebet, Karen, Masikirui, who else am I forgetting? Victor Joe, Faith, Stewart DK, my good brother, Cheru. You guys are so amazing, and nashukuru sana you guys have been supportive. So I'll start with the first story. So there's this particular girl, akona mtu wake, lakini apparently mtu wake ni someone the age of her father. So that is what I want to talk about. Why do young girls prefer to date older men? Why do young girls prefer to date people who are at the age group of their father? What really pushes them? Is it mostly ni nini inafanya mtu mpaka anaamua ku make a decision? From today, no small boys. It's how I do. So there's this girl mahali, ako in love na, okay, allegedly, because you can't really say you're in love, na uko kwa ile relationship yenye you only care about what you're getting back in return, you know. I think so. Msichana ndiye huyo kwa such a kind of a relationship na someone older than her father, a retired chief mahali. Msichana, they're so much in love na nini, until there's this one time, I can't say they're so much in love. There's this one time mzae amezoea anakulingi girlfriend mbe ni aje geve, uko wapi? Si utoke hivyo, niko around hii university yenyu, si utoke ukuje. And the girl is like ni sawa, let me, but you know, sikwangi comfortable kuja mostly peke yangu, allow me to come with two of my friends. So this particular time alisema let me come with two of my friends. So yeye akatoka na mabeshte yake wangapi? Wawili. And then apparently kwa hiyo mabeshte yake wawili, yeye ndo alikuwa ni kama sio so much exposed, you know, like this is not someone who's like tested the life, unaona. This is not someone mwenye anakula life with a big spoon research back from home, you know. The people who ukiona tu hata interact now, you realize they like, yeah, these people, they understand what it means to eat life with a big spoon from their homes, see, from places so like from other people when they're associated with, but then primarily from places wanatoka home. So this girl, let's call her Faith. Faith ndio hajazoea so much of a big life, but then he chance kidogo anajaribu, she uses this chance kujaribu kuonyesha mabishti yake pia misi mchache, since the other two come from the city. These are the two Nairobians. Alafu yeye mtoto wetu kabisa umetolewa Bomet katikati huko ndani. So place called Sujini. They have some very funny names. Ukiingia every county has that one place penye ni very much in, like ukisikia jina washangai huko ni wapi. So mtoto wetu ndio huyo Faith amechukua magalemu wake wawili, wamejibamba, wameenda out kidogo while they are having fun. Baba amefika na mzee mwingine mwenzake mmoja, wamekuja wamepiga story kidogo, alafu yule baba mwingine alileft mapema, lakini but before I left, see, they were eating, and then dem aliambiwa, Faith aliambiwa, order anything that you want, this is some high end club. Msichana wenyewe ni nani? Akasema nataka ugali managu na maziwa. Nipatie ugali managu na maziwa. Uko sure? Niko sure. So msichana wenyewe ugali managu na maziwa. Na beshte yako anakula nini? Mabeshte yao they are Nairobians. Wakasema mtuletee, you know, like mtu anakuambia ati order what you want, and then unakula, you're eating healthy, you will die. Siku moja tutakufa wote, so why pretend to eat healthy? So girl dem, anyway, that's a choice. Mademu akasema sijui something to do, I think walitisha sijui kuku na something else, and then wakauliza utakunywa drink gani? Huyu mdemu alikuwa ashasema maziwa. Kama utakunywa maziwa peke yake, akasema maziwa. Okay, ni sawa. And then the other girls wakaambia mtakunywa nini? The girls wakaitisha some beers hapa na pale kwa meza. Ni kama wendi umeleta mabeshte yako kuja third wheel he dates, but then the person who is enjoying it the most sio wewe. But from the look of what you're eating na from what your friends are eating, wewe unakula ugali managu na maziwa, and then your friends are eating something chips, kuku, na they have several beers kwa meza, na ni kila mtu akona kuku full, na you're told to order what you want to order by your boyfriend in quotes. So maybe she was being considerate, I don't know. Mtoto wenyewe wamekula, wamejibamba, it's been a good day. And then mzae after some, mzae ametisha pia hapo hivyo bia zake kidogo, wamekunywa kidogo, mwili yaezi peleka mwili bio sana. Sasa kama girl dem tusonge dance floor kiasi. So the Faith and the guy and the old guy wakasonga kwa stage kidogo mdogo tu, mzae anapeleka tu pole. He's having the time of his life, you know. Ana enjoy. And then after imefika jioni, magizani zimeingia hapo, and then the guy was like, mimi nataka kwenda. Unajua siku hizi when you get older, nguvu ya clubbing inaanza kuisha hapo. Unaanza you can't stay like the whole night club, ni ngumu sana, especially when you're old. When you're getting older, but when you're young, unashangaa mtu anaingia club sijui saa 2 ama saa 3 saa 4, na kesho 6 unampata bado ako ni energy tuko nayo mingi ama ni nini, I don't know. So kijana, msichana wameenda, so akamwambia akamlist tuishie, let us go to another place, twende tulala, your friends look comfortable. And then akamia bishtaki kwaje, iko hivi na hivi, nitaka twende tulale mahali, but then we'll book 2 rooms, one for you two and one room for sisi wawili. Is that okay? The girls are like, no problem. Anyway, it's a boring weekend anyway. Wakaishia. The other girls wakaingia room yao, and then this other girl akaingia kwa hiyo room nyingine na the old man. Yeye akalipia ile chakula ambayo rafiki zake wamekula. Aki wanaume nyinyi si wazuri. Lazima wanaume, lazima mtu alipie kenye amekula. Jehova surely. Ama wewe si baba yake akitaka vitu za free arudi kwao. Ama what you say. I don't know. So the girl hivyo amerudi, and then the following day morning the guy had to travel back na shughuli zake hapa na pale. Akaambia girl dem, nyinyi mnaishi, I think juu mnarudi hivyo mpaka town ndio mrudi kwenda shule yenu, allow me to just give you guys fare, na mimi nirudi wapi? Nirudi shughuli zangu mawantu mbio because I'm almost late. And then the girl was like, fine, no problem. So that is when they were having breakfast wote 1 saa in the morning, walikunywa breakfast pamoja. Afu akaambia sasa this is your fare, akawapea fare. So fare kutoka hapa mpaka kwa hivi inaweza kuwa ngapi? Mpaka mrudi shule, campus goals. Fare kutoka hapa mpaka mrudi shule ni pesa ngapi? Haya, shika yako na wewe shika yako. Akawapea fare. Alafu after kuwapea fare akatoa thau ngapi? 2. And then akaambia shikeni hii, akaambia udem Faith nao juu ndio ameleta imbugi yao, madem mwingine wawili, shika hii thau 2, alafu utagawa na beshte yako. Utagawa na beshte yako, alafu nitakutumia ingi, I'll send you some more later. Ni sawa? And the girl was like, fine. After that Simzaka left. You'd think the girls wangefeel zile, no, you are the one mwenye umelipia hii vitu, chakula tumekula, room tumelala, wewe ndio umelipia in kind. So just have all that money. Not her friends. Waligawa hiyo pesa equally, almost equally. Unajua 2,000 divide by 3 people there. So wagao akarudi back shule, and then this continued happening over and over. Fast forward to our following to our second story. So a good friend of mine, Joe ameenda sherehe hapo hivyo mahali akiwa campus tu bado, kijana Gen Z, kijana mtanashati, ameenda sherehe, akakutana na msichana fulani amemfurahisha macho, ukatupa lines kidogo, amekubamba, mmeko dance floor pamoja. It's been a beautiful night. So these two wamekuwa mabeshte, wamepiga story, we even exchange numbers, and then from there kidogo kidogo, after a week later girl child ameenda mpaka kwa keja ya kijana, you know, after talking stage ikimaliza siku 3, wewe yoyo mwache ujinga, kwani are you guys murmuring, talking stage ifai kukaa sana. So the girl went to his place after about a week. After going to his place kama kawaida, they had fun, you know what I mean. They had fun, and then it became the start of something of a new relationship. Wakaanza kudate pamoja, mapenzi niwapeleka pamoja vizuri, and then I think for one good semester, and then the following semester my brother Joe was going back. Yes, alikuwa anafaa kwenda long holiday, and then this particular girl alikuwa anafanya medicine related course. I don't know, hizo sijui kina, you know, those ones, medicine related, nursing, clinical med, pharmacy, one of those ones. I can't be precise for a reason. And then the girls, unajua kuna kwanga na time na kwanga mko shule, alafu inafika time nafaa kwenda field, what do you call them, clinical rotations I think. So the girl imebidi ameenda clinical rotations na boy alienda wapi, long holiday. But before she went for long holiday, kijana yetu was a bit lucky, and then akapata job before, I think within that first month ya long holiday kwanza. So he came back to school to Nakuru, penye Simbalina, ampata job Nakuru na shule iko Nakuru. So si lekia Galdem anatembea, their relationship continued on well for that one good month pia vizuri, until this one time the girl had to go for the clinical rotations different county, precisely Eldoret, Shin City ama ni Sin City. I don't know, you know. Galdem amefika pale hivyo, but then when they was still boychel alikuwa time, hizo time zingine wakiwa apart kidogo, they would video call, they would phone call for hours and hours, mnapiga simu, like mapenzi ilikuwa pro max. So, you know, that's that honeymoon phase in a relationship when the love is still new, you guys are still laughing together, babe stop, stop, you know, that phase when the love is still in the air. You can, you know, I feel it in my air when I breathe, I see you in my dreams when I sleep, that kind of a feeling. Kijana mapenzi inawapeleka vizuri. But then when the girl went for the clinical rotations, now the communications became lesser and lesser and lesser. The video calls zenye zilikuanga, oops, phone calls, oops. And then the boy kind of felt, I think I'm the one trying to make efforts na kidogo Galdem, you know, to make effort rada ni gani. So there has to be something that has shifted. So what do I do? So kijana ndi huyo akaamua Dave anajaribu kulala, but yeah, so we're good, you're still tight, come on baby, well why are you overthinking, we're still good, but nini so ngikusho, when I tell you love you, surudi nakupenda, why are you overthinking, relax, sawa, chill, tunaelewana, are we together, just chill, when I say I love you I mean it, are we together? So lakini boy said and I feel, no, the energy has really changed, una feel it's not the same person I used to date. So this one time dem ameingia shift, alafu from around 3 pm boysha alikuwa anajua anatoanga shift yake 3 pm, and naanza kumcall juu pia mimi nitakuwa nimalizia job ya siku kiasi. So angempigia simu hizo masaa. So nakajaribu call Galdem kumuuliza umeshatoka job ama bado, umetoka shift? Galdem achukui simu. An hour later he still calls, the girl doesn't pick up her phone. A few hours later she doesn't pick up. Giza imeingia, saa 1, saa 2, saa 3, saa 4, saa 5. My boy still trying to amepiga mara kadhaa, and then the boy is worried sick. Amepiga like even sleeping that night was a bit of a challenge, because you like umeanza, for those ones of us or overthinkers, you know, when you're calling your person at night alafu hachukui na unajuanga anachukuanga na unajua mko mbali, you know how paranoid you start feeling, because once in as much as some, I know like some you people are so insecure, no, but then at the same time once bitten twice shy. So zilisha kuhapenia before ama imehapenia someone close to you, no haikuangi that ama umekuwa the side guy and then you've been with a girl, alafu unaona boy wake akimpigia, alafu mumeweka simu hapo kando anapiga na nyinyi mnaangalia, mnaendelea shughuli zenu, you guys are just clapping. Piga kabisa simu, you know. So kijana amelala worried sick, and in the morning at around 6 and 15 hours later The girl calls, "Aki babe, pole, nilikuwa nimelala, sikuwa nasikia simu yako, simu ilikuwa silent, nilitoka job kama nimechoka hiyo 3 pm, nikakuja nikaruka kwa bed tu juu nilikuwa nimechoka, nikalala mpaka hiyo 6. Saizi ndo naamka 6 am asubuhi. Aki babe, pole, Aki I'm really, niona miss call, Aki wallahi babe, you know I'd never do anything to hurt you, Aki I'm sorry." We kijana hiyo 6 am anapiga, anaambiwa saa story na girl dem. And then for those ones kama nimesema, kama you've been through these things, unajiwanga it's not that easy to just forgive someone hivyo, ama to just take that as something yenye ni just take it hivyo na kusema baby, let me just brush it off. It's not that easy. It's not that easy, especially when kuna feel energy imeanza kuchange kiasi na no, it's not easy. So kijana akambia ni sawa, but then so for the rest of the day mchana boychela anajaribu ku make contact na someone mwenye anaweza jua, mwenye anaweza kuwa na girl child wapi, clinical rotations from the same university. So the girl ndiye huyo ameboychela, amepata boy fulani hapo, mori fulani hapo, uko na girl dem clinical rotations Eldoret pamoja, walikuwa from the same university. Akamcall, ametafuta number, nani mgeni like nani, who else might know someone that knows someone that went for the clinical rotations, mpaka ametrace some guy. Then he calls him, baby, unajua sense ukisema unajua dem fulani, namtambua mbaya, sasa anakanga hivi na hivi, anapenda kanga dem fulani hivi, best friend yake, like my boy Joe is like yeah ni huyo anaka ibas kama jana man nimejaribu kumbatini, akamwambia man, bro to bro, wacha sana nikwambie, odem wachana naye, odem wachana na yeye. Jana hapo hivyo sijui masaa 10 hapo hivyo bana, tumetoka shift wote kama mbogi, tukasema tunaenda wapi, tunaingia club hapo 5:30 hapo. So tumeingia club 5:30 hapo jioni kiasi, and at around 7 kiasi there's a black SUV that came outside the club, na manzi udem na best friend yake wakapanda, they got into that black SUV. There's some guy who apparently owns the hospital where this people are having their clinical rotations. And it's not like walikuwa na kujiwa for at there's an emergency. Mbona basi kwa hiyo emergency tuwaite tu nyenye wawili peke yake? Nani off hours ndio. I understand doctors, nurses na nini, they usually work around the clock kidogo saa zingine, but then that one, this was a particular different case. Umekujua na someone has ensured mmevaa vizuri, zile hizo dresses zinazanga late alafu zinaisha mapema. Those are two very nice beautiful cheap dresses. So when my boy found out the truth, he tried to ask kidogo, msichana wenyewe kidogo alishindwa kitu ya kusema, and then that is how they broke up. Within the same day they broke up. Within the same day akupiga simu ya asubuhi, they broke up, and then my guy blocked her everywhere. And that was the end of it. That was the end of their beautiful, is it really beautiful, tragic love story? So first things first, in my opinion, from these two stories, kuna kitu moja common kwa hizi story mbili. You find young girls date older men because of a few reasons, and then one of them ni poverty. This is my unpopular opinion. You may not necessarily agree on with me. That is why we're here to it's okay for us to have different opinions. Women need to, girls mostly, that majority of the girls that end up, I know this is not backed up in sufficient statistical data, considering that I'm a teacher of chemistry and physics, so technically I'm a scientist, na nafaa ni back up so some of my facts na numbers kidogo. But then from the observations I have made since I joined campus until I'm done with campus, now I'm out here from campus, number one reason mostly why young girls date older men ni because ya pesa. Some mdem hajazoea a big life, and then you have someone that is willing to give you that big life, someone that is willing to make you enjoy life with a big spoon. As you know, sometimes unapatanga ndio there are things siko ubaya, but kila mse ana come from this. You look at my fingers, hata ukiangalia pia zako, they are not the same in terms of shape, in terms of size, in terms of thickness na nini, they are not the same. So unapata, so someone comes from a really humble background kidogo, and then trying to make ends meet is a problem, and then they find themselves in such situations. But still, that does not justify as to why uingie hapo hivyo. Why can't you learn a skill like other people? But still, that is you. In reason number one, I think girls get into these things. And then number two, we have absent fatherhood. Saa zingine pia as fathers really contribute to these things. Unapata kwa mfano, you're a deadbeat father, and then when your child needed you the most akiwa kadogo when she was growing up, that is when you deserted her, ukaingia nyasi, si ndio? Kunia hii. And then when she grows up, there's that part of her that usually feels, I feel hiyo the fixation that occurs in their adulthood, this is now backed up by science, ni they try to look for a father in every man that they get to find in their lives. Ama hata for example, inaweza kuwa ni you're a deadbeat dad, ama sadly your father passed away, but then still that is not a reason not to rise above your limitation, not to rise above these situations, because the truth is you can. Those are the reasons why I think young girls date older men. I don't know what do you think are your reasons? If you're a young girl out there dating an older man, what are some of your reasons as to why you're dating older men? Niko nini, my dear? Talk to us. Hebu niambie. DM, niambie story. Na man, like, have you ever been in such a situation and your girl left you for an older man? Not necessarily older in terms of, like, for example, you let's say you're 25 and then she leaves for someone who's 26. As in, say lazima ikuwe ni older, so to 50 and 20, like in between you maybe 25 and then get someone who's 27. What was the reason why you left? Ni nini? Kwa nini uliwachwa by the way na mtu wako kaendea mtu mwingine? Ni kwa nini? And then there's something else pia. I understand some girls wanasemanga zile za, these boys who are below 25 or below 30 huwa hawafikiriangi as much. So I'd rather go for someone who has akona maisha, akona vision ya hii maisha. I don't know, because young people do still have visions, and some of us we're trying, but that's it. It's not like we're that badly off. I think inakonga very weak excuses to why some girls prefer to date older men, but it's your take. Why do you think young girls prefer to date older men? I don't know. When indeed. So thank you so much for keeping it here. Thank you so much for keeping it locked. I have been your host, Big Future. Until next time, bye bye.